the genocide they erased, how 90% disappeared. In 1491, between 50 and 100 million indigenous people lived in the Americas. By 1600, just 109 years later, only 6 million remained. That's a 90% population collapse, the largest loss of human life in recorded history. They told you it was disease. They told you it was inevitable. They lied. This is the genocide they erased from your textbooks. This is episode 3. Yes, disease killed millions. Smallpox, measles, typhus. Indigenous people had no immunity to European diseases. But here's what they don't tell you. Disease wasn't an accident. It was a weapon. In 1763, British Colonel Henry Bouquet deliberately gave smallpox-infected blankets to Native Americans during Pontiac's War. His superior, Lord Geoffrey Amherst, wrote, "Could it not be contrived to send the smallpox among those disaffected tribes?" This wasn't natural. This was biological warfare, and it happened repeatedly throughout colonial history. But disease alone doesn't explain 90 million deaths. Let's talk about what else happened. Forced labor in mines and plantations, working people to death. The Spanish encomienda system enslaved entire populations. In the silver mines of Potosi in modern-day Bolivia, 8 million indigenous people died extracting wealth for Spain. Mass executions for rebellion. The Pequot Massacre of 1637. English colonists burned 400 men, women, and children alive in Connecticut. Starvation, deliberate destruction of food sources. The Spanish burned crops. The English poisoned water supplies. The Americans slaughtered 60 million buffalo to starve Plains tribes into submission. Let's break down the numbers. The Caribbean, the Taino, Carib, and Arawak peoples, virtually extinct by 1550. Mexico, population dropped from 25 million in 1518 to 1 million by 1605. Peru, the Inca Empire had 12 million people in 1520. By 1620, only 600,000 remained. That's 95% gone in 1 century. North America, estimates suggest 10 million indigenous people in 1492. By 1900, only 250,000 survived in the United States. In California alone, the native population dropped from 300,000 to 16,000 between 1848 and 1870. 22 years. That's faster than the Holocaust. This is hard to hear, I know. But if you don't subscribe now, you might never find us again. Hit that subscribe button, ring the bell, because the next episodes get even more revealing. Don't let the algorithm bury this. Here's something they definitely didn't teach you. Scalp bounties. Multiple American colonies and states paid cash rewards for Native American scalps. In 1755, Massachusetts offered 40 pounds for male scalps, 20 for women and children. Pennsylvania paid the same. California paid $5 per head in the 1850s. That's about $170 today. These weren't war casualties. This was state-sponsored extermination, genocide, and it was legal, encouraged, celebrated. Newspapers published scalp counts like sports scores. But it wasn't just physical and cultural genocide. It was legal erasure too. The Indian Removal Act of 1830 forced relocation of 60,000 Native Americans from their ancestral lands. The Trail of Tears, 4,000 Cherokee died during forced marches. The Dawes Act of 1887 took 90 million acres of tribal land and gave it to white settlers. Native Americans weren't even granted U.S. citizenship until 1924. Think about that. Indigenous people weren't considered citizens of their own land until 1924. And in some states, they couldn't vote until 1962. This wasn't ancient history. Your grandparents were alive. So why don't textbooks teach this? Simple, because calling it what it is, genocide, means accepting that America was built on systematic extermination. It means acknowledging that westward expansion was ethnic cleansing. It means admitting that manifest destiny was a doctrine of racial superiority that justified mass murder. The United Nations Genocide Convention defines genocide as acts committed with intent to destroy a group. Killing members? Check. Causing serious harm? Check. Deliberately inflicting conditions to destroy the group? Check. Forcibly transferring children? Check. America's treatment of indigenous peoples meets every single criterion. But we don't call it genocide. We call it settlement. But here's what they also don't tell you. Indigenous peoples survived. They resisted. They're still here. Today, 9.7 million people in the Americas identify as indigenous. They've preserved languages, cultures, and traditions despite 500 years of attempted erasure. From the Pueblo Revolt of 1680 to the occupation of Alcatraz in 1969 to Standing Rock in 2016, indigenous resistance never stopped. The genocide failed to eliminate them. And that's the most important chapter of all. Survival, resilience, resistance. This is the genocide they erased. 90 million people, the largest loss of human life in history. And they taught you it was inevitable. It wasn't. It was deliberate. In the next episode, we're going back to 1607, Jamestown, the first permanent English colony. They taught you about Pocahontas and Thanksgiving. We're going to tell you about cannibalism, starvation, and the Jane who was eaten by her neighbors. Subscribe to Forgotten Chapters of History. Hit that notification bell. Comment below. Should this be taught in every American school? The truth is uncomfortable, but silence is complicity.